1876, Carson City, named after Samuel P. Carson, the first Secretary of State. Then, later changed to Panhandle City in 1887. At the same time, the Panhandle Herald was established by Henry Harold Brooks as an office and print shop. He traveled from England, entering America in 1865. Then he settled in the Panhandle with his family and created their printing press, since it was impossible to move their old one to Panhandle. The Santa Fe Railroad started building from Kiowa, Kansas, southwest into Panhandle City. J.C. Paul was the first to ride the train to Panhandle on New Year's Day. A few months later, J.C. began to work on the oldest bank in town, as of now. It was opened on May 5th, 1888. J.C. Paul lived in the Square House, one of the oldest houses in the Panhandle, still standing today. The museum was named after it, became the Panhandle Square House Museum. Then, the first Carson County Courthouse was established in 1888, later the second one in 1909. The town people who had settled voted to incorporate a mayor-council government. By that time, there were already grain elevators, 3 churches, 2 banks, and telephone services. Along came the oil boom in the 1920s. There were bonds voted to install water sewage systems and pave streets. This encouraged people to migrate from a lot of different places. The population once used to be 30,000 people. As of now, it is about 2,500. Current 2024 Mayor Doyle Robinson spoke to us about his memories and the history of Panhandle. The mayor's family has been in the Panhandle for 5 generations, currently on the 5th. His granddad's sons came from Alabama to Terrell, Texas, and moved to Wichita Falls where the land was free, then to Conway. Then one brother moved to Lark, and one to Claude, to the Panhandle of Texas. He remembers the cowboys would have races on Main Street late at night. Later on, the races were banned because it would cause a commotion. He owns a music hall, which was built around the 1900s. It went through the old days, such as the oil boom and the Great Depression. He thought of the music hall idea, then a couple of years later, he was able to buy the building. The name originated from a steakhouse called the Buffalo Grass Steakhouse. They held their first concert in September 2021. His music hall is located on Main Street. Mark Land, the owner of the pharmacy. He grew up in the Panhandle. His parents moved in 1978. He went to school in Panhandle and graduated in 1994, then proceeded to go to Amarillo College and West Texas for 1 year and got into the pharmacy. He got a job at the VA in Amarillo, where he worked until he bought the pharmacy in 2008. The opportunity of a pharmacy popped up in November 2007. He and his wife wanted to raise his kids in Panhandle just like he had grown up. Mark talked about what he liked about Panhandle. He said that you can just do whatever your heart wants. One of the greatest things he liked was riding his bike with friends and coming back before the streetlights came on. Shelley Zimmerman owns a florist shop and a boutique. She's been in the business for 7 years now. She said that she had loved flowers when she was a kid, and they brightened people's days. She told us about the community helping each other out. Shelley plans to grow her business online to get the name out. Mary Michael Huseman, one of the nuns in Panhandle, and sisters at the coffee break. She's an administrator and helps with retreats and fundraising. They own a non-profit business. Their outreach idea came along to try and connect to the people of Panhandle. It opened up to those who needed some company. The coffee break opened in March 2021 during the pandemic. She quoted, "I love how it has connected people and brought people hope and understanding." Kathy Williams owns the shop right next to it, called Home Cooking. She started it in January 15th, 2020. She and her sister serve lunches Monday through Friday. They have certain foods every day. She says that it is very relaxing and that the town is small. They meet new people from surrounding towns, which are about 15 to 20 minutes away. She says that starting Home Cooking was one of her dreams. Ann Easter owns the Main Street Gallery. She has been in business for the last 30-plus years. She used to own a flower shop, but now she sells frames for pictures. She says that it is more difficult because this generation uses their phones more. She loves the small town because it is a close community and people look after each other and their animals. She loves the traffic and how other towns are close by. All of these businesses have been around the Panhandle for years. They have been restored and used to show their beauty. This town is known for the kindness of the people and how they treat each other.
What's your favorite thing about Panhandle and what makes it unique to you?
I love the small town and how everybody looks out for everybody.
I really enjoy that people recognize and wave to each other when they pass.
I like the small town feel, and I like being involved in the community.
I feel like I've connected with the students and made a lot of friendships, and that's really important to me because it's new. It's kind of something new for me that I didn't have before.
I just love the small town setting. I love how everybody knows everybody and knows where they go to church, and you have all kinds of different connections in town because it's small.
That small town feel. Everyone knows everyone.
You just get to know more people, and you have closer connections with people than you really ever had.